Hi, I'm Mark Levitt, and welcome to another exciting episode of Bad Lyrics. Today, I feature in the background the original version of the song Muskrat Love, and that is my focus today, Muskrat Love. Alright, rocking out to a little Muskrat Love. So let's get into it. Let's talk about it. If you've ever mentioned the name Willis Ramsey to any lover of music out there, they probably looked at you a little cross-eyed and said, "Who the fuck is Willis Ramsey?" And they'd be right. No one ever heard of the man. But he is the lyricist to the classically bad song Muskrat Love. It's possibly the cheesiest love song out there. Now, in the past, I've been doing my bad lyrics webcast for a while now, and in the past, I've tried not to pull any punches. But I've always in the back of my mind feared people out there who would be fans of the people I would be talking about and would come back and say rough things about me online. And it's turned out to be true. I've gotten pushback from fans of Jethro Tull or Billy Joel or Paul McCartney, to name a few. But in this case, I have no fear. It's not like there's a lot of Willis Ramsey fans out there, or fans of the song Muskrat Love. They'd probably be very, very few. Now, like I said, a good argument can be made for Muskrat Love being the cheesiest love song ever written. You'll never hear anyone in the world, at least audibly, ever stand up for its merits. Or ever have the cojones to talk about it in a positive way. Nevertheless, the song was recorded by the bands America and the Captain and Tennille, and did hit the Billboard Top 100. So it's feasibly possible for some couples out there to choose the song as their wedding song. I guess it's possible, though not likely. And it's hard to imagine that couple, or I can honestly say that it wouldn't bode well for their marriage. I can't absolutely say they'd be heading for divorce if they use that as their wedding song. But one thing I can tell you is that if they were to play the song at their wedding, I think a lot of the guests would ask for their wedding gifts back. That's my assumption. Okay. Anyhow, now as I've said and I've intimated, Muskrat Love is the musical equivalent of lighting a bag of shit on fire. No good comes of it. It does not perfume the air. It does not help transcend the shit into some higher form of art. It just literally shits and burns. So, like that, this song literally shits and burns. But anyway, let's start talking about the song itself, okay? Muskrat Susie, Muskrat Sam do the jitterbug at a muskrat land, and they shimmy. Sam is so skinny. Now, if you surf the internet long enough, it's possible you might find enthusiasts of any type of bizarre sexual fetish. Even popular film actor Richard Gere was rumored to have a gerbil removed from his rectum. So it's possible there's someone out there, but it's doubtful that even the most warped sexual deviant would develop an irrational preference for muskrats. It's hard to believe. So it's questionable why a songwriter would cater to this bizarre, warped, sick subset of a subset. But okay, it's a love song about muskrats. And the songwriter has chosen to start the courtship of this muskrat romance by doing a jitterbug in Muskrat Land. Now, so this young couple, this duo of muskrats, Susie and Sam, like to spend their Saturday night, circa 1956, jitterbugging to Bill Haley and the Comets' Rock Around the Clock. That's what they like to do. The only thing is, though, that the jitterbug is a highly active swing dance. And if two muskrats were actually to attempt doing the jitterbug, they'd probably swing each other into the wall and quite possibly bash their skulls in. So it would be very violent, more like a Muskrat massacre than Muskrat love. But next, the writer of the song transitions the dancing muskrats into a weird and twisting scene of seduction. Let's read it. Nibbling on bacon, chewing on cheese. Sam says to Susie, "Honey, would you please be my missus?" Susie says yes with her kisses. Now he's tickling her fancy, rubbing her toes. Muzzle to muzzle, now anything goes, as they wriggle. Sue starts to giggle. So, they're eating, and then Sam pops the question. Then he starts tickling her toes, and then he's tickling her fancy. Oh, wow, tickling her fancy. Okay. Now, they're in the throes of Muskrat love, so of course he's tickling her fancy, like how the writer cleverly calls it her fancy. Could have called it something else. And then he says, and so anything goes. Now now they're in the throes of Muskrat love here, so the phrase anything goes could be token anything. Even the sickest, most deviant sexual acts. It could very well betoken that. If I can use the word betoken several times. Let me try to position this better. This keeps falling. And then the next line goes, and they whirled and they twirled and they tango, singing and jingling a Django. Floating like the heavens above, looks like Muskrat love. Now wait a minute, now they're tangoing? At first they were just jitterbugging, weren't they? They're tangoing. What is this? Dancing with the Muskrat stars. Doesn't make any sense. Why don't they try a little Muskrat cha-cha next? Well, that's it. I've talked about it. I've talked about possibly the cheesiest, most irredeemable pop song ever written. I've done. I may just have to end my bad lyrics webcast right now. I may just have to. You can't really get any worse than that. You can't. It would be hard. Yep. In the words of my homies, I may just have to close this mother down. No. I guess not. I'll continue to do it. As I'm sitting here, there's probably some musical numbskull out there who will come and rise up from the ashes of Willis Allen Ramsey and write even a worse canteen of mule piss that he will call a love song. I will be here, and I will talk about it. I've been Mark Levitt for another episode of Bad Lyrics. Anyhow, enjoy the rest of your life, and I'll see you later.